But in season 3, we found out that he's been secretly manipulating a FBI agent. I mentioned Bullseye, but a different one, named Agent Nadim, who is a fantastic character and one of my favorite characters of season 3. We show that Nadim used a lot of his own personal money and savings to help his sister-in-law with cancer treatment. But we find out it's because Kingpin, while in prison, stopped her insurance from paying for her cancer treatment, putting Nadim into financial debt. And in the FBI, if you have financial debt, you cannot get promotions. So because of that, it's putting hardship on his family and his brother-in-law, his brother and his sister-in-law when it comes to money. So then he is going, he's more driven to get that win.
Welcome back to the Popcorn Perspective. It's your hosts Jay and AK. AK, today's big episode is going to be the Netflix version of Daredevil. We're going to get a reborn and rebirth of the show on Disney. How are you feeling?
I'm actually pretty excited. I was kind of skeptical when they first announced they're bringing back these characters. I was kind of scared to see that Disney might, you could say Disneyfy them, kind of tone their the grittiness down and potentially ruin where Netflix has started. And don't get me wrong, the Netflix series has a lot of issues with it, especially with season 2. But overall, it is some of the best comic book writing we've gotten, especially Marvel side of things, in a long time.
So yeah, full disclaimer, I haven't seen it. And I'm going to go into the Disney show as someone who hasn't seen the Netflix series. And I think that's going to be a really fun dynamic between AK and I. I'm going to give you a view that's totally out of the water in a sense. AK will have the knowledge of Netflix series and he'll be able to compare it back to that. I think that's going to be a really fun dynamic when we do dive into the new season.
Yes.
But
now, I do want to say, I have not seen season 1 and 2 since they originally aired. I rewatched them before season 3 years ago, but it's been 6-7 years. But I did recently just rewatch season 3, so that's still fresh in my mind. Season 1 and 2, I'm still kind of shaky on some of the plot lines.
Okay, perfect. Before we get into it, what are shows, movies you're currently watching?
Yeah, have you heard of the show Paradise? It's on Hulu. I'm watching on Disney Plus though. Have you heard of that show? It has
No.
Sterling K. Brown.
Ooh, Stanley K. Brown. Is it with the guy in Sonic? Is he also in it? What's his name?
James Marsden.
Yeah, James Marsden.
Yes, he's in it as well, and
He's
plays
like the president or something?
yes, exactly. He plays the
Nice.
president, Cal, I think, Cal Bedford or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
saw the trailer. How is it?
it's a very interesting show. There's times where I'm like, oh, this show has so much potential to be better than what it is, and there's other times where I'm just like, why did we go this route? It's a show that I'm enjoying, but I gotta say, episode 3 might be one of the weakest episodes of that show, of a lot of episodes. Like, of a lot of episodes I've seen recently, it's just a very bad episode. But episode 4 is phenomenal, and if they keep this, I'm only 4 episodes, and I think this episode 8 now just released, so I'm kind of behind. But if they continue this momentum, I could see this show being a fantastic season.
Without giving spoilers, do you have like a hook, like something that keeps you wanting to go watch that show? Why would I go watch it?
Yeah, so it's a mysterious, it's a suspenseful, mysterious show regarding a hidden paradise that takes place after some form of disaster takes place in the United States, leading to the president and 1,000 few people to be the last remaining, and that's all I can say. So
Holy shit.
we don't know what the disaster was. We don't know where exactly they're hiding in this paradise. The president seems shady. A lot of his Secret Service are shady. The person in charge of the Paradise Project is shady. Obviously, she's a billionaire businesswoman that already throws a lot of shade on her, and then she hires and surrounds herself with a lot of shady people. So it's a show that you don't know who to trust, and you don't know what the bigger picture is, and that is why I started watching it, because that idea sounded very intriguing. Episode 1 was phenomenal, like the way they wrote a lot of plot lines, the way they introduced the characters. Season 2 did a good job. Like I said, season 3 kind of episode 3, sorry, not season. Episode 3 was kind of shady, but I do like what they're doing, and I really hope they pull it off by the end of the season.
That sounds phenomenal.
I think
I
you'll
think
like
I'll
it.
definitely give it a watch.
Yeah,
Kind of
definitely.
gives that sort of Fallout vibe, like how you explaining it, like the billionaire
Yeah.
class just controlling it in a sense.
Yeah, I could definitely, yeah. I didn't think about that. Good analogy or good comparison. No, definitely
Yeah.
some Fallout vibes. I think the humor is not there like Fallout House. Fallout House
Okay.
like that
Very cheesy,
weird,
campy.
charming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
This is a very serious, very dry show.
Okay.
Sterling K. Brown plays a Secret Serviceman. So
Okay.
you know the Secret Service, they're goofing around. He's stern faced. He's always watching the exits, watching everybody from a distance. It's kind of, I would say, like 24 level of like just unnecessary suspense, but it's well written.
Yeah, I love Sterling K. Brown. He's such a good actor and a voice actor.
Phenomenal.
If anyone has seen
Invincible.
Invincible, um, talking about a show that has just blown me out of the water, it's Severance. Severance episode 7, so no spoilers, but episode 7 was one of the best shows, like one of the best episodes I have seen of any TV show in a very, very long time.
Was this for season one or season two?
Season 2.
Okay, you caught up. Okay.
So yeah, I'm caught up. This is the latest episode. Um, the gravity of the topic they talk about, the character development, and even just the emotional impact. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
This
that's a
show
show
and the
yeah.
cinematography is just freaking crazy, man.
I've heard so many people talking about this show, and I definitely check it out. It seems very like intense.
Yeah. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, oh, you see my little dog over there? Anyways, for anyone who hasn't seen it, this entire show revolves around work and your life outside of work and it being severed. So it's two different personalities in a
Oh.
sense.
Oh.
The budget for the show is $20 million an episode. So you can only imagine
Shit.
the cinematography and the detail that they put into this show, even though the concept is simple,
So is this
right?
like a Disney Plus show where it's a lot of money per episode, but you don't know where the money goes to?
You know exactly where the money is going to for this show, dude. It's every show is just an art. It's masterfully done.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
I have
definitely need to
one
check it
more
out. It's
show.
on my radar, definitely.
Yeah, I have one more show which is Reacher. This show is like a blunt instrument, but sometimes it's fun to watch a show like that. It's just this dude who's like just this specimen of human muscle group and everything. He's
It's
like
Alan
he's
Richardson, right?
yeah, he is,
Yeah.
man. He's such a big dude. Anyways, um, it's a fun show. That's all I can say about it. I wouldn't say it's too deep of a show. Or
Okay.
the first season I thought was probably one of the best. Season 2 is good. They try to up the intrigue. It lost a few in character development. Season 3, I haven't connected with a lot of the new characters, unfortunately.
Okay.
But overall, it's been a fun ride, and
Is
I
that the
can
newest
recommend
season,
it.
season three?
Yeah,
Okay. So that's another show. I know it's on Amazon, correct?
yeah,
Right?
Amazon
Yeah.
Prime.
It's a show I definitely need to watch. That and Jack Ryan. I know those two shows I've been wanting to watch. I just have not pulled the plug on them yet. I don't know
Yeah,
why I've been
yeah.
avoiding those shows. I might watch Severance and then go to Jack Ryan and Reacher because I've heard both of those shows are pretty good as well.
Yeah, Severance is
Yeah.
S tier.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, Reacher, I would say maybe like B tier. Like
Okay.
good to watch, definitely watch it, but it's not something that I'm like you have to go see it kind of thing.
No, I understand that. Yeah. I guess going on a show that I've been telling you that you got to go see it is Daredevil. I've said it from when Netflix was airing them. I said when season one finished. I talked to you when season two. I talked to you when even Luke Cage and Jessica Jones were airing, and you just didn't listen to me.
Yeah. So let's start with Daredevil. Okay.
Yes.
So there has been some criticism laid on the Netflix show that at times it feels draggy, at times it's
Yes.
dialogue heavy. Do you think they're going to continue that into the Disney shows, or do you think they're going to up the entertainment factor because Disney is known to do that?
Well, one of the directors actually, or I think he might be one of the showrunners, he actually had a question relating to that, and he did say that when a Netflix show, like you said, was very dialogue and character driven, he said this new show was going to have that, but it's going to be more focused on progressing the plot, because apparently they've already started filming season two, and he said they want to move quickly to get to season two because season two is where the meat of Matt's journey is going to evolve too. So
Okay.
I'm not sure what that means, but it makes me more interested to see what happens. That's for sure. But
So, since we've touched on that,
yeah,
why don't we talk about Matt Murdock? He's the main character. He's a blind bandit. Sorry. Uh,
yeah,
he's the blind vigilante, right? So, why don't we go with him first?
yeah. So Matt Murdock, I mean, he was blinded as a kid. Chemicals got into his eye. I'm kind of shady on the exact backstory. I know they've changed it throughout comics, and I can't remember how the Netflix show had it, but it was some kind of accident. If I'm not mistaken, it's due to his dad not losing a boxing match because his dad was a boxer, and due to the fact that he needed to make money for he and his son, he would potentially throw matches paid by big sponsors like the Mafia or some gang members will pay him to lose a match so they can make a lot of betting money. So he would lose matches on purpose. And I think one match he decided not to lose. He wanted his dignity and he wanted to prove to his son that he's not a loser, he's a winner. And because he lost that match, they tried to attack him, and due to that, chemicals exploded into young Matt's eyes, blinding him as a kid, but enhancing his other senses. He can hear so much better. He can hear through walls, through heart. He can hear your heartbeat, so he can sense how tense you are. He can uh, sense your movement, so he has good hearing and he feels the vibrations. He's more stronger and he has worked out. He joined the. This is where season two gets kind of weird. There's a group called the Hand Ninja group that his mentor Stick trained him to be kind of like a samurai or like a ninja, which is why he's athletic. That's why he's strong and he can fight. It's kind of weird the way they did the Hand because it got to some supernatural stuff that the show definitely never addressed again. But I mean, that's basically his backstory. He just somebody who, after his dad died by the mafia, by the gang, he just kind of had a anger and a hatred to them, and he's heavy on. He is a Catholic. He was raised Catholic, and he's heavy on Catholicism. So that weighs heavily on him because he is the devil at night, and he does not want to kill anybody, and he's strong on not want to kill. But the devil tugs on him and brings out his inner demons, wanting to kill, wanting to brutalize those who hurt him and hurt others in the past. So it's like a tug of
Dang.
war.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I was going into the new Disney show, is
Mhm.
there one key thing that I should know about him to
Yeah.
start the
So
show off?
season three ends with a very intense bloodbath between him, Kingpin, and another character, more of a side villain in season three. But it looks like because he is returning in this show, he may be a bigger role. But Bullseye. So long story short, Kingpin manipulates an FBI agent who has a lot of deep mental personalities and like not personalities but deep emotional issues in his backstory. Long story short, whatever. So Kingpin manipulates this FBI agent to get fired from the FBI, turn him crazy and mad into Kingpin's personal hitman called Bullseye. Bullseye dons the Daredevil outfit to frame Matt Murdock, Daredevil, as a killer, so the cops can go after him. Matt identify due to his detective, he finds out that Kingpin actually killed Bullseye's girlfriend, potential girlfriend, forcing him to become crazier. So all three of them have a big duel when Bullseye is revealed. When Matt reveals to Bullseye like, "Hey, Kingpin killed your girl." So all three of them have an amazing, badass fight scene where towards the end of the fight, Matt almost kills Kingpin. He's at the last breath, but Kingpin's girlfriend, wife at this time, Kingpin's wife Vanessa, kind of pulls Daredevil back, saying, we'll make a deal. Don't kill him. Like, send him to prison. Like, send him to prison. Let the justice be done at that point. And due to his influence by his friends Foggy and Karen, who's been trying to pull him back into light side all season long, he finally gives in and allows Kingpin for the normal justices to take place. So that's kind of where we leave this
Oh,
character. Yeah,
okay. So
a
that
lot
that seems
happens. A
intense.
lot happens.
Um,
A lot.
I think we'll touch on Kingpin,
Mhm.
because the way you left it seems
He,
very interesting,
yeah.
and we also see him at Echo. So actually, let's talk about his friends. You mentioned Karen Page
Mhm.
as being one of the good friends who's trying to pull him into the light.
Yeah, so
Why don't we expand on that character a bit?
she has another dark past. We only get hinted at it throughout season one and two, and on a Punisher TV show because she does play a heavy role in Punisher's journey, who is also returning for Daredevil Born Again. So Frank Castle is coming back as well. I'm
I
not going to
love
touch on
him.
his storyline much because I don't know where or how he's going to come into play. I loved both seasons, and he's a great character, so I'm very interested to see how he's going to come back. So I'm not going to mention him much. But Karen Page, she was a drug addict. She due to her drugs and due to her alcoholism, she accidentally got her brother killed. Backstory: every character here has a is dark backstory, but she, due to legal issues, Matt Murdock and Foggy Nelson. Foggy Nelson is his partner in law. They are lawyers. That's another issue with Matt Murdock I did not touch on, but he is a lawyer. So he's a lawyer at day and a vigilante at night. So she comes to Matt and Foggy for help in season one and throughout a lot of issues where Kingpin's influence and all that, they all become a team and they work together to bring Kingpin down multiple times in season one and season two, and ultimately they pull Matt into the good side because Matt wants to kill Kingpin for the last time. He said we tried justice system multiple times, it failed us and Kingpin. always gets out, or Kingpin is always able to corrupt or manipulate the laws in his favor. That's why Matt wants to kill him. But Karen, who has accidentally killed her brother in her past, and then she also killed Kingpin's second in command in season one. She has blood on her hand, and she's the one who kind of like reasons with Matt, like, "Hey, you don't want to carry this weight. You don't want to hold on to all of this guilt, all of this hatred, all this self-loathing." Same as Foggy. Foggy is pure on the justice side. He doesn't want to deal with the whole Daredevil side of things. He's a lawyer. He wants his best friend back. They're best friends through college, and then they went to law school together. And Foggy always was the ambitious one, always wanted to grow into ranks, wanted to get promotions, wanted to work for a big, big law firm to make money, while Matt wanted to be low key. Obviously, Matt had his side gig as Daredevil, so he didn't want too much limelight on him. But Matt was always for the little people, while Foggy was always wanting to represent big corporations. So it's kind of a cool push and pull because at the end of the season, Foggy is the one who wants to bring back and leave his law firm to rejoin the Foggy Matt Murdock law firm and go back to representing the small people because he at the end of the day, Foggy just wants his friend back, and Matt, who's gone this dark path throughout season three, abandons his friends, abandons his family, almost abandons his religion for the sake of killing Kingpin.
So tell me, Paige, is she a does she have an alternate ego in a sense? Is she a
Not really.
superhero?
She's a reporter. She gets a
Okay.
job at the Bulletin news network, and she's the one who throughout season one and two, she does a lot of investigative. She's the investigation side of Daredevil.
Okay.
She's has a lot of pull in the media, so she has a lot of friends that she in high places she can talk to. Like, hey, have you heard about what's going on in Uptown regarding this person? And she's able to do a lot of investigation and get a lot of interviews with high up people. And then she later uses that to pin stuff on Kingpin, things that he actually did. She brings into limelight. So all three of them works so well together. But in season three, when Matt turns away from his friends and his religion and goes on a bloodbath to kill Kingpin, you see how he can't do this on his own. And that's what all season three is
Nice.
about: is you can't go at this on your own. You need your friends at your corner.
So you said Matt and Foggy were lawyers. Were
Hmm?
they like defense lawyers or prosecutors?
Defense lawyers.
Oh, interesting.
They
Okay,
would
cool.
represent anybody. They represented Karen Page, who was a drug addict, and I think that's what happened. She owed money to a loan shark who was threatening to kill her, and she at that point turned to the only people she turned to, who was her. If I'm not mistaken, that was her neighbor, Matt Murdock, who practiced law outside of his apartment building. So it's a very cool interconnected journey all three of them goes through.
Yeah.
But Kingpin, he is the meat. In my personal opinion, he carries the show. And don't get me wrong, all three of them are fantastic. And Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, Matt Murdock, amazing. But Vincent D'Onofrio brings such a gravitas to his role. Yeah.
So yeah, hey, you touched on Kingpin, and we also saw for a little bit we saw Kingpin on um what's that show? Echo.
Yes.
So we've gotten a little bit on Kingpin, and you think he carried the show. So why don't you give us the spiel on Kingpin?
Yeah. So I'm about to get dry there, but yeah. So Kingpin, he's like a master manipulator. He's wealthy. He has a lot of money, and he's a guy who was he thinks he's a good guy in his journey. He thinks he's a hero, but he does a lot of bad stuff, and he has this conflict. So his flashback, like I said, every character has a dark flashback. Every character is a dark character. Nobody's pure in this show. Besides Foggy Nelson, I think Foggy Nelson might be the only pure one, even though he has his ambitions. But Kingpin kills his dad at a young age with a hammer, and that was touched upon in Echo. He killed his dad with a hammer because his dad was abusing his mom.
Jeez.
But due to that, and due to his demons, and due to the fact that he seemingly enjoyed it when he killed his dad, kind of put him on his path where he thinks he's protecting the little guys. That's his mindset. But at the end of the day, he just wants a lot of yes men around him. He
So
surrounds himself
he's
with a lot of sycophants.
so for him it's like the ends justify the means in a
The
sense.
means. Correct.
Okay.
But he is so intelligent. So season three starts off that he's in prison. Because at the events of season two, they finally are able to use the justice system and they finally win as Murdoch and Nelson lawyers a law. They finally pin it all on Kingpin. The justice system takes place and he goes to prison. But in season three, we found out that he's been secretly manipulating a FBI agent. I mentioned Bullseye, but a different one, named Agent Nadim, who is a fantastic character and one of my favorite characters of season 3. But we show that Nadim used a lot of his own personal money and savings to help his sister-in-law with cancer treatment. But we find out it's because Kingpin, while in prison, stopped her insurance from paying for her cancer treatment, putting Nadim into financial debt.
Oh
And in the
my
FBI,
God.
if you have financial debt, you cannot get promotions. So because of that, it's putting hardship on his family and his brother-in-law, his brother and his sister-in-law, when it comes to money. So then he is going, he's more driven to get that win. So then Kingpin, one day doing an interrogation with Nadim and Kingpin in prison, Kingpin lays all cards on the table. I'll get you your promotion, but I want out of prison basically. I want to go back to my suite, my hotel suite, with the FBI agents guarding it. So now he just basically has a police force surrounding him. But what he wants in return, what he gives in return to the FBI is I'm going to rat you on every major crime lord in this city of New York, every major mobster, everybody I've ever done dealing with. So he's now getting rid of his competition.
Dang.
So he has the
Okay.
FBI all in his corner because he's giving them mobsters and crime lords in New York City. So, and their mindset is, we'll give you protection because you're snitching on everyone else and
Mhm.
you're saving potential other people's lives, due to whatever crime they're committing. These mobsters and the gangsters are. So he placed the legal system in that way.
Jeez.
And it's so
That's
masterclass.
crazy. Okay,
It's
so we see Kingpin in
Mhm.
Echo. So does this show that's coming out, is that after Echo or before?
Correct. It's after Echo.
Okay, so in Echo, it seemed like he's running for mayor.
Hmm.
How do you think the things will line up? Because you said
Well,
in season
so
three he's supposed to go to jail again. So do you think
mhm.
it's a similar way how he gets out and then changes people's opinion?
He's a billionaire.
Okay.
Far from a billionaire. So what happens is at the end of season three, it was his wedding with Vanessa when Bullseye and Daredevil crashes the party and attacks Kingpin. And Kingpin, due to Agent Nadim's last word, Agent Nadim is killed unfortunately by Bullseye, which was super sad because Nadim, like I said, is my favorite character of season three. Bullseye kills him. But his final words is he sent a private message, video message to his wife, explaining everything he's done on the behalf of Kingpin. Kingpin, by this point, has already corrupted Nadim and forced Nadim to go on multiple hit runs on killing people and
Jeez.
doing
Okay.
stuff for Kingpin's sake. Kingpin's basically like, I'll kill your wife, I'll kill your kid if you don't do these things for me. So Nadim has to comply. But during his final dying wishes, he basically reveals everything that goes on in Kingpin inner circle, which put a big target on him, where he goes to prison. I don't know how he gets out. Now, this show is 5 years after the blimp in the MCU timeline,
Hmm.
because this is
Okay.
MCU. So now this is maybe about 10 years since season 3 ended now. I'm not sure the exact timeline.
Okay.
People's memory can get hazy. The blimp happened. He could have left prison due to money cuts. Whoever, they could easily play like that due to budget restraints after the blimp, after everyone returned. Kingpin was let loose, whatever. But we do see that he
Right.
traveled to Louisiana and Echo. Is that? No, where did Echo take place? What state?
No idea. I try to
Okay.
block that memory out of my head. I really hated
It's
that
in the
show.
reservations because she's a native, so it might be Louisiana
Let's just say
reservations, but
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah, that's one thing. Oklahoma, not Louisiana. Sorry, Oklahoma. Brain for it, but yeah, maybe Oklahoma. So we do know he's able to travel on plane now across state. So who knows what happened? That's my biggest issue. Is this will be his second time breaking out of prison now. He got out of prison due to a technicality in season 3, and now he's going to somehow get out of prison again. I hope they explain that correctly because they didn't explain that at all, and because he's been in two shows since Disney. He's been in Hawkeye and he's been in Echo.
Right, right.
And in Hawkeye, he gets shot by Echo.
Yeah, in the
But
eye or something, right?
In the Daredevil trailers, he has both of his eyes. So this might be before. I don't know where they're taking this place. The show's taking place. I know it's 5 years after something. It might be 5 years after season 3. I don't know.
Okay, okay.
And like I said, another character who's coming back is Bullseye. He is a minor villain, but Kingpin has a brutal takedown on him where he picks this guy up and rams him at the edge of a wall, breaking his spine. So I
Oof.
don't know how Bullseye is in the show either because Bullseye should be in a wheelchair
Yeah.
or dead. But so there's a
So
lot of
tell me, you said Kingpin was getting married, right, to someone called Veronica?
no Vanessa. Vanessa.
Vanessa. Okay, do
Hmm.
you think she's going to be in this new show?
She is. They confirmed that she's in it, which I'm excited
Okay.
for because she is
Is she
the
a complex
angel.
character
Very,
or?
very complex.
Okay.
She's like the angel and devil versus how Matt Murdock has the Daredevil costume as his devil, and then Karen Foggy has his angels. Great, the tug of war. Kingpin has a tug of war with Vanessa because Vanessa is the only person he's truly ever loved since his mom. And at the same time, at the end of season three, it's kind of revealed that she knows everything that he's doing, and she wants in on it. So she's egging him on, do whatever it takes. Protect yourself, protect me, protect the money, protect the wealth, protect everything you earned, just as bad as he is. And she wants to get her
Dang.
hands, at the end of season three, she's willing to get her hands dirty. So she's
So
the
she's
angel and the
corrupting him
devil.
further.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So there's a lot of complexities with these characters, which is why I think the show is so well done, season one to three. Now, the trio, Matt, Karen, and Foggy, those are, they are the soul of the show. Like, they bring the levity back, because Foggy is very wholesome. He brings a lot of humor into the show. And Karen and Matt, they have the on and off again romance stuff. But I really hope this show continues shining how that friendship brings out the light of Matt.
Awesome. Yeah. I can't wait for the show. It's. I'm
Yeah.
hoping they take this seriously, and it feels like Disney is taking Matt Murdock seriously because from everything we get of him, even though it's glimpses, even in
Mhm.
Spider-Man, Echo, all of his scenes have been showstoppers. They've been so well done.
Well, I do want to go ahead. You're talking about like you hope it's good. So, there's been now a couple of reviews out there. Reviewers are getting the show, and I'm not sure if you've seen some of the reviews on Twitter. Have you seen some of them?
Oh man, I'm kind of out of Twitter right now.
Can't blame you. No, but I'll shout out the person who tweeted it, but like someone named at the Connor Rev. I have seen the entirety of Daredevil Born Again, and wow, and an epic return to the world of Daredevil and a familiar yet fresh continuation of the popular Netflix series. The action is brutal, the story is huge, directional step from MCU. I need season two yesterday. So
Damn.
and that's just one review. There's like thousands that you can look on. I'll post. We'll go ahead and post that in the description here for you guys to look at the review as well. But people are giving it pretty high reviews, pretty high praises. So I mean, that kind of gets me more hyped.
Yeah, man. Since you actually touched on reviews, is there anything else that you wanted to touch on the season one, two, and three on Netflix, or should we now dive into more and
Um,
more
yeah, like I
reviews
said,
slash theories for different stuff in Marvel?
yeah. So I mean, like I said, the Punisher is also returning. Frank Castle, John Berthel is returning as well. I don't know much or how they're gonna do his character, or where they're gonna go with his character. I can't remember where we left off in season two for his character, so that's why I'm kind of in a gray area. But I wonder if they're gonna go with his brutality because while Matt beats people up to a pulp, this guy kills people brutally. So I wonder if they're gonna continue with his brutal killing styles. I hope the
They have
gore.
to
I
because
hope the
the
blood and gore is still
Punisher
there.
is that. The
Yeah,
Punisher is a killer.
I mean his name is Punisher. Um, Outside of that, they did reveal that next year we're getting season two. So they've already confirmed season two of Daredevil Born Again comes out next year, as
Wow.
well as a Punisher special presentation TV show. Which I'm not sure what the whole special presentation means, but we're getting a Punisher TV show next year. So MCU, is it back? Are we back?
It's a good starting point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like every new MCU project we say we're back and
Mm,
we're back. No.
no.
It's like a big tug of war. I hope we're finally back. I hope this I hope Captain America Born Again was the last of the it's alright projects.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too.
But other than that, did you see what that major Marvel leak that happened earlier this morning?
Well, I know you showed me a few.
Wow. What the hell just happened?
Okay, so you know how you've been super skeptical of Doomsday?
Not anymore.
I am so hyped
Yeah.
for Doom to join the MCU.
So if you look at the picture, and we will post a picture here somewhere on our screen so you guys can also look at it. We'll also post in the description. These are concept art, so don't take these as face value spoilers. Things may change, but we're going to say right here, potential spoiler for Doomsday.
Yeah.
We see God Emperor Doom in like a medieval castle as the king, and who is right next to him is Sue Storm. So Sue Storm looks to be the wife of Doom in this i universe. We see an evil Doctor Strange, like I guess he's like the magic user in his castle, whatever, but he seems to be working for him. We see Yelena, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like Yelena, Black Widow's sister, as a knight in the background. What is going on?
Oh, dude. Doom is such an interesting character.
Yeah.
And I know people have had their issues with them picking Robert Downey Jr., but you know what? I feel it can work.
If this is just the Fantastic Four, whatever universe number they're at, because I think we're at 616. So if that is like, let's say, universe 212, if Fantastic Four's 212 universe has Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, but then our universe has our own Doom, once that merge happens, I'm okay with that. A bigger Doom, a different Doom, a different actor. But
Right.
these pictures, I am very interested to see how Robert Downey Jr. is going to portray a medieval Emperor Doom.
Yeah,
And then
time
this,
travel could
yeah,
be
some
possible.
I don't. It looks badass. But did you see that picture though with Hulk and She-Hulk and I think that's Scar, his son that I thought we would never see again.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you haven't seen the She-Hulk TV
I haven't
show,
seen the She-Hulk TV show.
but he had a son at the last 10 seconds of the last episode named Scar, which is from the comics. But like the character model was one of the worst looking things I've ever seen. It makes Modok look like a well done designed character. But
Yeah, and that
this,
was Modok was the highlight of that movie. So
yeah, but this Hulk, She-Hulk, and Scar, they're like in their barbarian outfits, in a medieval town with the castles looming over. I don't know what's going on here, but that looks beautiful.
yeah, I seriously can't wait. Again, these are concept arts. It might not be it, but
Yes,
even if we get like 20% of it, say we get a Doomsday slash evil Doctor Strange
with Sue Storm
co-op,
as his wife, that's
right? Because it would make sense that
could
Earth's
happen.
Doctor Strange wants to call all the other timelines, and that's
Hmm.
why they do Doomsday, the Avengers movie, right?
Yeah,
Because it's going to be an entire onslaught battle of all Marvel universes. So it does
Secret
make
Wars.
sense,
Hmm.
right? Yeah,
So you think this?
I
You
can't
think in
wait.
these pictures, this medieval area could be actually Battle World?
Why not?
I'm down with that. This is
Right?
Battle World. That's badass. Like, all right, I'm down for it. That's a badass like Battle World. Being like, yeah, I'm down for this. It looks badass. I mean, another picture we have is an older Black Panther with a pretty badass get up with like the collar popped up. Um, it does not look like the Wakanda we know. I mean, this Black Panther Wakanda statue looks a little different than the one we get in the movies, which makes me think this might be different universes. Black Panther plus his outfit is different. Badass outfit. I think this might be my favorite Black Panther uniform we or costume we have with the stash around with the pop collars. It's kind of clean.
It does. Okay, if you could pick someone to play that as Black Panther of that universe, who would you pick?
Is Idris Elba already in the MCU?
Well, he's Heimdall, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, he'd be kind of badass, but never mind.
Yeah, he
Ooh.
would. I want them to bring Michael B. Jordan back for that.
Oh, it was a Killmonger Black Panther variant?
Yeah, like say he wins in that and he takes over the world because it was with the Wakanda
Oh shit.
military that he has,
Technology.
and
He could
he becomes not King T'Challa, he becomes Emperor.
Emperor. So we could have multiple
Yeah,
villain emperors. So we could probably possibly have Emperor Ross. If they want to go that route, we could have Red Hulk as a MCU. Please let me cook. Like we could have Emperor Thunderbolt Ross. We could have Emperor um what's back with Jordan's character's name? Killmonger. We get Emperor Doom. And we're gonna have a big ass like 3-part movie with all three or another villain. We could do we could do Red Skull, bring him back. He's a badass Captain America villain and
yeah,
then we got his justice. Like have four big villains playing the strings while the heroes are trapped in.
yeah. It's like how those what if episodes were so
Yeah.
entertaining. It's like have a what if movie, right? Like have
Well, that's what
follow
the multiverse is. The multiverse
three
is
different
basically
worlds, and you're cutting between the three, and it's just going in totally different trajectories than what we're used to.
so that was actually a theory back when I think around the time Multiverse of Madness was about to come out or after it came out, but there was a theory that every MCU project since Endgame was not in our potential timeline. So No Way Home was in a
Hmm.
different universe. So we're getting slowly
Okay,
introduced to different characters from different universes that
that
we
would be
don't
so
know,
fun.
but they didn't go that route, obviously. But
No, they went the super safe. Some would
yeah,
say boring.
because
I would say
imagine
that.
like imagine while we're watching like No Way Home, there's like small details that was like, wait, that wasn't in the end game, or that wasn't part of Far From Home or Homecoming. Like these are
Not
something lines up, but there's some weird changes in the background. Like
not only that, you could do something totally wild, no one is expecting, like killing off someone random. They could have killed on Ned, and we're like, what the hell are they doing?
yeah, like holy shit,
You
Ned
know?
died, and then like a couple years later when we have
It's like, wait, how is he back?
The
Right?
next Avengers movie, we can have Ned in there. We're like, wait, well, we should be introduced to a whole different Peter Parker from a different timeline, different universe this whole time, or
Yeah.
like the Black Panther. We could do the same thing. We could say that this was a different timeline. Obviously not with the whole Chadwick Boseman passing. Let's not
Right,
touch
right.
that from a mile. But
Yeah,
I
for
mean, we
sure.
could do it with like 'cause that's what Fantastic Four is. Fantastic Four is a different universe's Fantastic Four movie,
Right, yeah.
but they're advertising that as such. If they didn't even advertise it as such, like let's say we had Doctor Strange, but we had like the Doctor Strange. We watched the movie from like the What If episode where he goes crazy and tries bringing back his right his girlfriend multiple times and go be mental. What if we actually had that Doctor Strange movie and we were just like, what happened to this guy in between Endgame and now? Like this guy just went off the deep end. Like you would think he'd be celebrated as a hero, but no, he's on a vengeance path. Like what happened? But then we finally found out that no, that's a dark Strange, a dark evil Doctor Strange. It's not the one we know.
Yeah,
Like I wish Disney just didn't play it safe all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I guess outside of those pictures, I mean, we had that one picture of Star Lord and Vision, which people say might be that Vision Quest TV show that's coming out next year.
Dude, we need to know what happened to Vision. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
was just randomly on YouTube, the whole when Vision talks to Vision and he talks
Yeah,
about the ship
the
of Theseus,
thesis.
Theseus or
Yeah.
whatever, and I was like, oh shit, what happened to Vision? I totally
Well,
forgot
so
about
what?
him.
What it seems like, based on the casting news, because like I said, Vision Quest comes out next year. Just in time for Doomsday, the movie. It seems like Vision Quest is going to be the last puzzle to get all of Wanda's kids back in the MCU. So
Oh, okay,
Agatha brought in Tommy. So
okay,
now we have Speed and Rickon. Which one is? I think Rickon is who we need next. So I
okay.
think this show, based on the description, they're trying to cast somebody to play the twin brother of Tommy, Billy and Tommy. Yeah. So that's what it seems like we're getting. So Vision Quest, whatever happens to him, seems will potentially reveal what happened to the last son, which may, and I hope if they do it correctly, as a post-credit scene, Scarlet Witch got to come back now. We got the family
She
reunited.
does.
Like,
She really
because
does.
that's such a sad adventure all the Maximals are having. Like, she right now, we don't know what happened to her. She died or didn't die. But, like, we had, her husband was killed by Thanos twice, reassembled by the government, brought back to life by Wanda, was separated from his soul into a new vision, and her kid, or one of her son, Tommy, had to walk the witch's road, gained his powers, and now has two separate memories of his past. I'm like, that's a sad family. It's a depressing family. All these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's what it seems like.
Agatha,
Vision
that was
Quest.
actually a pretty good show.
I enjoyed it.
Fun.
I like that one a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that, I was like, oh man, MCU is back, and then I watched Brave New World. I'm like, MCU maybe not back, and then
It's like
Daredevil.
it's like semi there.
Yeah, and then Daredevil Born Again. I have a feeling I'm watching, like, yes, we're back. And if Fantastic Four pisses me off, that is gonna be that might be the
See,
start of
that's gonna kill me. If
it.
Fantastic Four is bad, that's really gonna kill me.
Because you have Pedro Pascal. I mean, I have not hated anything he's done. He's such a likable, charismatic guy, and whenever he's on screen, I just smile. He just
Yeah,
cares.
it
Yeah.
just looks like he's loving life and loving what he's doing, and it's just fun.
And then Vanessa Kirby. I think you have Ebon Moss. I can't remember the actor who's playing Johnny, but you have great actors. You have a fantastic director. It has to be good.
You have all of Marvel. Like anything you want to do, you can
But
do
you
it.
say that, but then you see the other Marvel. Look at Secret Invasion. Yeah, you have all of Marvel. You have all the backing, and they made Rhodey as well.
Please don't remind me of that
Oh,
show.
and I think Ironheart comes out this year as well, isn't it?
Eh, I don't have hopes of that. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
calling it now.
I mean, this year we have Marvel Zombies, Brave New World, Daredevil, Fantastic Four, Ironheart,
Thunderbolts.
and Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts so far has been getting good reviews on critic side of things. Daredevil, Fantastic Four has to be a hit, and then Marvel Zombies looks like it'd be just good background fun. So honestly, if
And
two out of the seven projects is bad,
yeah,
that's a win.
even though critically Brave New World didn't get what it wanted, I think financially it's actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, I
Like
think it already made
it will
its.
do
Yeah,
what Marvel needs it to do.
exactly. So I think overall, Marvel's going to say this is a big win.
Yeah.
I mean,
If this
three
is their
TV.
weakest movie out of the year, I
Yeah.
think Marvel is
So you
set.
had three TV shows. Two looks promising, Marvel Zombies and Daredevil. One looks okay, and you had three movies. Two looks great. One was eh. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Like you want those ratios.
Okay, do you want to see how spoiled my dog is? Sitting on
Nova,
sitting on
Nova.
the couch.
Oh, what a mess. What a spoiled
Well,
mess.
oh yeah, that she is. She deserves it though. It's okay.
Oh, she deserves it all. But yeah, did you have anything else to talk about? Any more hypes? Any more
Oh,
information you want to go over on
gosh.
these leaks or any
Nah, man.
questions you have Daredevil related?
Nope. Cannot wait though.
Oh yeah. Are you watching it once it releases, or are you gonna wait for them all to come out?
We'll see. Yeah, yeah, we'll definitely see.
Okay.
I
I know.
definitely like at least 3 episodes to come out and then
Okay.
like try and give things a
You know
shot.
me. I'm gonna be up the moment it comes out dropping. I'm watching the first episode moment it airs. So
All right,
you'll get a
well,
text from me when I think about it. But
yeah,
yeah,
I guess AK will give us a quick review, non spoiler.
non-spoiler. Daredevil dies. Episode ends in the first 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I guess that's what we have. Is just hope that Daredevil's good. But anything other than that, I mean, guess we just have to wait to see.
No, that's all. Oh,
But yeah,
here,
well,
let
this
me
has been
show
the
you a
Popcorn.
Foster real quick. Where is he? There he is.
So
All
cute.
right.
All right, man. You take care of those two, okay?
Yep, take care.
Well, this has
Peace.
been the Popcorn Perspective. Peace.